Hey everybody, welcome back to Trinity Dairy. Don't forget to like and share the video, subscribe to the channel, check out our merch store. We'll have a link in the description for that. You can also follow us on Facebook and Instagram. Today is September 4th, 2023. It's hot out today. It's in the 90s. It's extremely dry. It's scary dry. I think a dry sneeze would probably start a fire the way it's been. We haven't been really getting any rain. Yesterday I baled the last of the hay we had, some of my grandpa's. He had some first crop down in the river bottom, and it was, I think, 102 it got to yesterday with a wind blowing, so the hay was definitely dry, but it didn't help out the moisture for everything else. I don't know how well it comes up. There's a little bit of green in here, but the field out there, that's all burnt up and very dry. And I know there's places that are worse than we are here. Because I know there's some places west of us, they started chopping corn already a couple weeks ago. So that's what we're going to start doing today. My corn the last 3-4 days has really started to get dry. Some of it probably drier than it should be, so that's why we're going to get started. The little silo up in the pasture, we're going to start filling that first, because I got some of the stuff's going to be dry. Some of the later planted stuff is pretty green yet. So I'm hoping to kind of mix it to get enough moisture to get it to pack decent and ferment. The corn itself is not where it should be. It's not going to be very good silage feed quality wise, I don't think, because even the good corn is still kind of in the milk stage. A lot of the shorter stalks probably don't even have much of an ear on them, but we got to take it now before it gets too dry, because otherwise it's not going to ferment good. It's going to get moldy and all that. So we're going to fill that silo first. Then I think we're going to set up and we're going to do bags. The silo by the barn is still got probably 15 feet or so of silage in it yet that we're feeding out of now. So I'm going to keep feeding out of there. I'm going to probably do that last, just because if I don't need to fill it, if we can fit it in the silo, the pasture silo and the bags, then we won't even put any in that silo. But see when we get there what it's like. But the last field of mine that I planted, I think has got quite a bit of moisture in that yet, so that'll probably be some of the last stuff chopped, so that'd be okay to go in that silo, I think, at that point. Yet they're talking today hot, tomorrow is supposed to be hot, and then there's a cold front moving in. It's supposed to stir up some rain. We've been in that situation before, and it seems like the rain has kind of split and gone around us. So we'll see what happens. We're praying for that we can get some rain just to help add a little moisture to stuff and get some moisture back in the ground. But anyway, we're going to get the 1256 off the baler here, get it on the chopper, and we'll head across the road and see if we can chop some. Less than a week ago, that was pretty much solid green. So you can tell it's really sucking the moisture out of it. I did cut a stalk off yesterday over here, and you could squeeze quite a bit of moisture out of it yet. I haven't done an actual moisture test on it, but hopefully it'll be all right. This was the first field I planted, so I think this is going to be the driest, other than maybe some spots in the other fields up on the sandy knobs and stuff. But we're going to tap into this field here. I got some end rows around the back, and open this one up and get this one off first. places that got shaded more or held moisture a little bit better, it's going to be nice looking corn, and the sandy knobs are going to be pretty thin. A really bad spot over here, that when I planted this, that didn't come up for like 2 weeks. So the stuff up on the hill here in the lower spots, that came up pretty much right away, and that sandy barth in the middle there, that was a couple weeks later. So that was kind of through the whole area. Even other farmers I've talked to had the same problem. Some of it came up way later. So just one of those years, it is what it is. Anyway, we're going to keep chopping and get a load full and see what it looks like going into the silo. All right, well, we got that load chopped. It's definitely not overly wet. I think it's a good thing that we've got the really green patches in there, because they're making up for the really dry patches. And it's chopping up nice. I mean, there's some long leaves here just because this was the end of the row, but I mean, there's corn in it, but that corn is, it's pretty milky. There's none of it I don't think is in the dough stage, so the corn value probably isn't going to amount to much, but it'll make feed one way or the other. So I got to run and put some fuel in there because it had less in it than I thought it did before I started, and so we don't run out of fuel. So we'll get that topped off and keep chopping. Okay, we're up at the silo up in the pasture. Got the 830 on the blower. We got a Gale long hopper high throw blower. Right now we're hauling wagons with the little John Deere, just because we're right across the road. Once we get going up in the back field where I got more hills and stuff, I'll probably use a 1066 or something, but for right now we're using that, so we'll get fired up here. There's the last load off of this field. That's load number 4. We had 2 of the 16-foot boxes and 2 of the 14-foot boxes full off of here. Came out about perfect. And I think this field is 4 or 5 acres, so for a normal year, probably not the best yield, but for this year, I think it's a really good yield. So we'll run back. It's a little after 8 o'clock now in the evening, so that'll be the last one for tonight. I don't want to open up new fields in the dark up in the back there and stuff, so we'll get that up in the silo and finish up a couple chores and head in probably for the night. I got to go drive bus tomorrow with school starting, so we got that going on too, but we'll head up and get that unloaded. Well, that's the last load for the day. It went pretty good. Keep at it again tomorrow. Hopefully we get some rain. It sounds like we're supposed to. So thanks everybody for watching, and we'll see you in the next one.